Hello.
Right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to start. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you also for our colleagues joining virtually this morning. I'd like to introduce Professor Daniel Burgos, Vice Rector for Knowledge Transfer and Technology for UNIR, Universidad Internacional de La Rioja, Spain. Welcome. In addition, he holds the UNESCO Chair on E-Learning and the ICDE Chair in Open Educational Resources. He works as Director of the Research Institute for Innovation and Technology in Education, and previously he was also linked to the Open University of the Netherlands and ATROS. His interests are mainly focused on education, technology and innovation, adaptive, personalized and informal e-learning, learning analytics, social networks, e-games, e-learning specifications. For our research colleagues, he has published over 100 scientific papers, 15 books, 15 special issues. He's been involved in more than 50 European and worldwide research and development projects. In addition to his 5 PhDs, colleagues, he has also been a visiting professor in a number of institutions in Europe and South America. Over to you, Professor. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Jaco. Thank you for coming. Is the sound okay? Did you get the audio? Is okay? Good? Okay. Can I move a little? That's okay too? Okay, good. So thank you everyone for coming here. Goedemorgen. I know that that's Dutch, but I don't know African, so it's the closest I know. Thank you also for coming here from other places, and also for our technician, audio video, that I think that he comes from far away also to be here. And we thank you to the people on the other side of the internet. Professor Jaco Oliver was so kind of inviting me here just to share with you a little about open education. Hello, how are you doing? About open education, what is our reflections about open education and how we deal with that, okay? I hope that you can hear me properly from, yeah, that's okay? Good. If not, I can take the micro, maybe there is any speaker there out loud, but I can speak louder also. Today, I will discuss about MOOCs, a very specific slice of the open educational world, okay? And mainly just to say that I don't like MOOCs. That's it. I'm a chair in open educational resources, like Professor Oliver, and I don't like MOOCs. I'm the guerrilla. I'm fighting back all the time because people think that open educational resources are MOOCs, and this is not the case. An OER is more than a MOOC. A MOOC can be, but cannot be also. A MOOC is just a course. They are online for free. People can follow with no consultation, no assessment, no regulation, no tracking, no nothing. And so it's a resource. It's okay. Can be a valuable resource, but can be also crap, and that's it. And then there is no, you're recording this, no? Okay, so I will try to keep it a little more polite. Crap, can be crap. That's all right, okay? So, this is the most important bottom line of my speech today. So you can leave now, go for coffee, because the rest of the slides are just to make the aside for the speech. So before I move on, I will give you some context about where I work and why I don't like MOOCs, okay? And later I will go into the presentation itself. So if you want to know a little more about what I do and my research, this is the website. It's a blog that I recently opened. In fact, it's still under changing a lot of things, okay? Transgeniclearning.com, okay? You can find blog posts, reflections, videos, a number of things about educational technology and open education too, okay? Some things maybe can be of your interest. Don't be too tough on this because it's still undergoing, okay? It's work in progress. So, also a couple of ads before we start actually. If you are interested on learning analytics and open education, there is a special issue. Here is the link. I will share the presentation later with Professor Oliver, so you can actually retrieve all the information inside the slides. You don't need actually to type the link right now. This was published like 2 months ago by Distance Education, which I think that you know is from Australia, from the Australian Association of Open and Distance Education. I think they already had 40 years of existence, so it's a very well-known reputation is really good, and we decided to come up with something together and say, what about if we discuss not just open education, but also the the crossing roads between open education and analytics. What can we do? If I have a MOOC and I have 1 million users, okay, what's such a waste if I don't get the data and make something with that data, okay? And they were hesitant a little in the beginning, but later they really embraced the idea, and this is the final result. The second one is, this one is in French, but easily translatable and also understandable. This is focused on integration of formal and informal learning, okay? En français, nous parlons de la hybridation, okay? It's the same concept in English. Hybridization, I think is in English, and integration is the same thing. So how to put informal resources into formal classrooms, how to use YouTube in a regular academic program without nothing happening, because many people are afraid. If this is accredited, is this quality enough? Is this possible? I'm authorized to get a Wikipedia reference because Wikipedia is the devil. You can do whatever you want in your classroom. You have freedom of speech. So many times people are a little hesitant about using these things, and we put together a special issue that will be online maybe in January or February. And this is the, this is the hybridation. And this one is about sensors and e-learning. Taking sensors from the physical sensors, meaning that the sprinkles that from you get the rainfall, for instance, to virtual sensors, meaning triggers, okay? How can you learn better, teach better, thanks to the triggers in your behavior, for instance, or in your group interaction? And this one is already there. We published October, maybe 1 month ago or so, is there. So you can also get, everything is for free, it's open access, so you can go there and just read about the things. So, and this is me. I come from here, I come from Europe, a little far from South Africa. It's like a 20-hour trip, approx. And this is Spain, and this is where I come from. This is La Rioja in the north. La Rioja, like the wine, okay? The wine La Rioja, maybe you know the wine. Maybe you don't know the university, but the wine. Who doesn't? Really good, okay? You are welcome anytime. We're really friendly people and we like drinking with foreigners, so you are welcome. If you want to come and over, just drop me a line. I will give you a free tour to the most interesting sightseeings of La Rioja wine, okay? We can go to the cathedral also, but later. This is my university. It's an open university, 100% online university. Okay, we started 10 years ago. In fact, we just in October, we had our 10th anniversary. It's pretty young, everything. And it's digitally native. We are millennials. This is really good, okay? 10 years. And everything is online, but the examination, a couple of things. People have to go to a physical place to take exam and to a couple of things. But 99% of the things are online. We have 34,000 students and 1,500 faculty members and 500, 600 people like support staff, like human resources. I was discussing outside with human resources because they mess around a lot. Instead of helping, sorry for that, if you are listening to me, but you are really friendly guys. I really like having coffee for you, but for being practical, you miss a link there, okay? So we also have 150 undergraduate and graduate program, bachelor's and master degrees, a couple of PhD programs, well, 3 PhD programs, everything online there. And in fact, we're a private company, a private university, a private enterprise. Everything comes from tuition. We don't receive any subsidies from the government or regional, national, from anyone, okay? Everything comes from tuition. This is really good because we have the liberty to implement the policies that we actually want, not the policies that the donor or the sponsor wants us to implement, okay? This is really nice. 100% I said online. We have premises in Latin America. We teach in Spanish. We research in English, okay? We teach in Spanish, but we except for 1 MBA in English, all of with 1,000 people, I don't know, it's really crazy, but just 1 MBA. And the other 149 programs are in Spanish. And we have premises in Latin America, Colombia, Ecuador, and also in the States. Recently, we just opened a branch in Florida, okay? For the Spanish-speaking people there, meaning 300 million. So we also run projects. This is my field of action. I'm the head for international research in my university. So I run the international projects, mainly European funded projects, EU funded projects. We got 24. This is outdated because we got a couple 1 month ago. So 24 projects, which is a lot. I have to say that it's a lot. The ratio is very good because we actually started international research like 6 years ago. Okay, so this means like 4 a year, 1 every season, which is quite okay. Where is the winter project? He's coming. Where is the summer project? He's coming. So every summer, every winter, we have one of these. Okay, and also 100 research agreements. I think that soon enough, also with Northwest University, thanks to Jacob's Oliver collaboration, and we have a couple of chairs in with UNESCO, International Council for Open and Distance Education, ICD, and a number of companies, like major companies like IBM. This is to give you some context about the university, and this to give you some context about my work. I work on this. This is the institute called, in the Research Institute about Educational Technology and Innovation, something like that, okay? Educational technology, this is what we do. And what we are focused is on this, educational technology, educational innovation with a number of fields. You can pick the color, okay? It's about games, about social networks, about open education, policy making, a number of them, okay? This is very colorful. And the final motto for us is this one. Oh, sorry, is this one, better learning, better teaching. This is what we do, and this is very important. It's subtle, but very important. It's key. We don't work just with the students. We work also with teachers, which is quite important. Every time that I go to a conference and I work with people, all of us really concerned about the students. Okay, that's it. The student is the king. Okay, well, the teacher is the queen. That's it. Because when you work with K-12 and you go to primary, secondary, of course, the student is the king there, because there is, along with the training, there is the educational part of it, okay? But when you work with adult people, like in my case, our university has a 40-year-old average with the students, okay? They are in their 40s, 30-something, 40-something, in their 50s, adult people, okay? I'm not part of their education, I'm part of their training, their education, they are by themselves, okay? So I have also to keep focus, not just on the student, but also on the teacher, because the teacher is part of the ecosystem. So in our case, this is really important, okay? We work with the students, with teachers, also with the administrative staff. We work with the human resources. Hello again. We work with the management team. I work with my management team, the executive board, every time that I go there, and they tell me, Daniel, you just been for 6 years as UNESCO chair. Can you tell me a little more about what UNESCO is? I cannot believe this. Again, I need to explain. Okay, I need to explain what UNESCO is about, just to ask later a little money to come here or to go there and to run some project. And after 6 years, I keep talking and talking, and I don't understand open education. My God, what is rector? I like you very much, but after all this time, you get the point of my job, so I don't feel frustrated. But so I need to work with every single layer, okay? Students, professors, administrative staff, and management. And this is the bottom line of what we work about when we work on the UNESCO chairs. Jaco hosts a UNESCO chair on multimodal learning, this one, yeah, very nice. And I have one on e-learning. And this is our actual framework, okay? Maybe you've seen this before, maybe you don't. These are the 17 Sustainable Development Goals from the United Nations. UNESCO inherits this and make this one, number 4, quality education, one of the actual bottom line, okay? And when we think about that, when I think about that in my institute, I don't think just on number 4, because number 4 is just quality education, but we do more than that, because quality education is related to decent work and economic growth, okay? I got my bachelor, I go to the market. And good health and well-being, of course, frustration, the self-confidence that getting a bachelor when you are 30, 40 years old and you drop out of school when you were in your 20s, you got 2 kids, you will start working, and when you are 40, you get your bachelor finally and you feel proud. It's also well-being, okay? Exactly the same with zero hunger, or with responsible consumption, or with reducing inequalities. So quality education means not just the square, the red square there, okay? It means a backbone through the other 16 Sustainable Development Goals. And this is the approach that we provide in my university. So I've given you I give you this brief introduction about what we do just to contextualize the speech later, okay? I'm going to speak about what we actually think about. It's not a theory, it's our practice. I speak from my heart, from my daily practice, and this is what we do, okay? So, the topic of today's speech. This was the ad. So, MOOCs and OERs do not work. Do not work. Sorry. Later you can complain, you can say, yes, I back you up, I don't like it either, I like it very much, I have a MOOC, I hate you, whatever you want to say. But my speech now is that they don't work as they are expected to work, okay? Because, why? Bottom line, they lack of a standardized quality, methodology, service provision, or any other measure to guarantee an excellent learning process and high user performance. So, I don't know, they're like gossip. They're like a magazine, okay? You go there and say, a MOOC about learning English. Again, another MOOC about learning English. And who is doing that? I don't know. Who is coming from where? I don't know. No, this guy is a professor from Stanford. And what does it mean exactly? That you come, something comes from the heaven and give you some specific halo of quality because you are from Stanford? You don't know nothing. So the point to me is that when you create a MOOC, there is no control about the creation, design, delivery, assessment, no control at all. Even no peer review. I don't mean an accreditation agency telling you this is right, this is wrong. A peer review, your colleagues, nothing. It's just based on the customer. If you get 100,000 students and they give you a lot of likes and smileys, this is also good. It's another way of supporting back, okay? But this is not even the case. You don't even have usually in the MOOCs the TripAdvisor 5-star thingy. Ever. The rating is not there. A lousy Likert scale that we use for every single experiment at the university, from 1 to 5. You don't have either that, okay? So why should I like the MOOCs if I go there to get some really strong information and training about a concept and nobody is actually backing up or controlling or assessing what is in there? It's not reliable. So I don't like MOOCs because of that. Also, MOOCs and many other open educational resources, I don't know, a video channel in YouTube, Khan Academy. There are many of these, okay? Do not really think about the user, but about the author. I give you an example. I'm a professor, good for me, okay? And I write a MOOC. And I write a MOOC based on what? Because I have some free time, and I like teaching English. Well, it's not my case because I'm not native, but let's say teaching English. I like very much teaching English, and I create another MOOC. Okay, good. Did you make any due diligence, any analysis of the market? Do you know if your MOOC in the market will be exactly the same like the other 100 million MOOCs about learning English? So what are you doing the MOOC actually? Because of the users, because they need that MOOC, or because you have some free time and you want to be good and goodwilling with the community? Usually it's the second. I create a MOOC because I want to create a MOOC, not because there is a gap in the market and I go to fill the gap, okay? Which is a little selfish in my view. There are so few about professional or other useful competencies. So, so far in the market, I think I checked 6 months ago, so maybe there is a little more, okay? But there is around 8,000 MOOCs in the world, 8,000, okay? Out of them, 90% are focused either on coding or English. That's it. And the other 10 are focused on other things, like mechanics, or physics. So 90% focused on learning English or learning how to program. And all of them teach the same things. Basics about Java. Okay, again. The basics about daily English. It's not even professional English. It's not even English to face a job interview. It's not English to teach you how to deal with the police control at the airport. It's not practical. It's teaching English about you go there and ask for a burger and order some menu and you pay and that's it, which is quite okay. But out of 8,000, 80% just on coding and English, there are too many on the same things. So is there any MOOC actually focused on competencies? MOOC about how to speak in public, MOOC about how to make a good presentation, a good report, how to discuss with your partners, how to make your life happier in family. There are MOOCs about specific competencies that you can actually achieve? No. MOOCs about how to be a good plumber. Okay, yes, plumber is said here also for the pipes and all these things when Okay, with the water pipes. No, there is no there. Electrician, no. How to open the car when the car is closed and you need to break the lock there and pick the lock? And because it's something that, I don't know if it happened to you, but it happened, not to me, but to some really close, like my wife. So how to do that? You don't have a MOOC to pick the lock. You cannot be a pick lock expert out of a MOOC, okay? Some specific competence, practical, transversal, basic, you don't have for that. So at the end, you have 8,000, just 8,000. We are like 7,000 million in the world, people in the world, and you just have 8,000 courses out of 10 years of practice. It doesn't mean much, and 95 are in English, doesn't mean much either. So I learned yesterday, thanks to Jaco, that you have in South Africa 11 official languages. So a MOOC in other than English could be welcome also. Where is that? Is there anyone? You can tell me later, okay? Because I want to learn, but in principle everything's English. So it means a number of downsides is, I think, out of the speech. And also an OER, not just the MOOC, the OER in general, is born without any business analysis, a clue about sustainability, and a clear strategy for actual integration with the educational system. Hey, my English lesson. Okay, that's really good. I put a MOOC there, and now what's happening? Is integrated into the program? No. Why? Because it's a MOOC, it's outside the program. So it's outside, it's non-formal learning, and non-formal learning is not officially integrated into the official program. So it's parallel world, it's like Matrix, okay? You have the blue pill, the red pill, so you have the red pill here and the blue pill here. It's completely in parallel. So two different worlds, the only connection is me. So not strong enough just to make the right connection, okay? And what happens when tomorrow I get sick? Or I fed up, or I retire? Who is going to sustain that MOOC? No, I created in 2015 and I did not upgrade until now. Okay, so this is lousy, out of date information because things change unless you teach ancient history, and you can, but still with ancient history you can upgrade a little the ways that you teach that based on technology. So 10 years ago you couldn't use mobiles because smartphones didn't exist. 10 years ago, we're getting old. 10 years ago, and now you can maybe go into Netflix and see one of these 100 documentaries about a number of things in the mobile, okay? So maybe the topic is not updated, cannot be or shouldn't be, but the methodology and the way that you teach should, for sure, okay? And this is not happening. So there is no sustainability plan, no analysis about the gap. I do it for my own. I put it there with no actual analysis about if someone is using that. And there is a key part. Who is actually starting the MOOC and who will finish? What about the dropout in a MOOC? The largest MOOC in learning how to program in Java, a friend of mine did it, okay, in Spain. He did it. Very proud of him. 400,000 users, 500,000 almost, well, a little. 500,000 people there, okay? And you know how many people actually got the graduation and finished up the course? 8,000. A lousy 2%. So this means exactly what? The MOOC is there, and the course is really good. The guy is a natural. He's a professor here, there, an UNESCO chair, everything there. And he runs, the course is really good. It's not about the course. It's about the delivery, about following people, about who is making, who is enrolling, what for. They are actually interested, or they can say, hey, I have a nephew. When he was, now he's 16 or 17, about to start the university next year. Really nervous about this accreditation exam that they have to go before university. 4 years ago, he was 12 or so. Hey, I just enrolled in a MOOC. But you are 12. No, astronomy, I like it very much. And it's in English. I said, oh, come on, guy. So obviously, 2 months later, he dropped because he's Spanish and we don't usually speak much English in Spain, okay? So after 2 months, but he was very proud because he was enrolled instead of being proud because he finished, okay? So 400, 2%, actually wrapping up and getting the diploma. So I think there is a number of problems out of having MOOCs around and talking too much about MOOCs and OER. Many times they don't work, okay? So one more, we need to do more about OERs and MOOCs to improve their natural match with educational systems and methodologies. We have to co-live, to cohabit, okay, somehow. Administration policies, self-supported learning, multimodal learning, needs from society and the market, and personal goals towards improvement and career progress. Why not? I'm a businessman, okay? I develop this type of pointers, and I decide that I like the pointer white. Well, pink, to be a little more provocative. And I take the pink pointer, and I put it in every single store. Do you think that if I'm risking my money, my reputation, my time, my company, I shouldn't do any risk analysis, any business analysis, any business plan to put a pink pointer in the market? I cannot go solo. Venga, it's, come on. It's, I don't know, the fortune will smile at me and pink pointers will be across the world in every single school. This is stupid. Why this is not stupid? I have a MOOC, I put it there in the market, okay, and it will work. Okay, maybe you saw your good willingness, but in terms of project planning, it's really lousy. You need to make it better. You're a professor, come on. You get a PhD or a master or whatever, just put it in motion. It's not just, hey, I have a good willing here and I go do it. So, I have to give you a number of challenges and a number of recommendations. In fact, there are 8, not many, okay? So, in 8 slides, this will be over and we can go for coffee. So, the first one is the competence-based approach. MOOCs are not, shouldn't be about the content. Should be about the competencies that people achieve when they follow the course. They achieve competence, transversal, soft skills, specific about a learning, about a matter. No, it's not about just the content. It's not reading. It's not a reading club. You don't go there to read James Patterson or Lee Child or any of these huge literature people. So you go for competencies, okay? Second one, course accreditation. This is a challenge. If you get a MOOC and nobody actually cares about the MOOC, if you don't get the badge, you don't get the diploma, and this is not recognized or acknowledged anywhere else, the MOOC is really good for your knowledge, really nice for your competence achievement, but you cannot really export that to a different place, for instance here at Northwest University. Third one, credit recognition. If I follow a MOOC about physics, and I come here, and when the teacher starts explaining, I say, I already know, because I follow this marvelous, amazing MOOC from Stanford, okay? I think that the credit recognition is in order. I should pass a test just to check if I already know what is already being taught, and if I pass the test, I just skip the class and I go to another one. My credit recognition should be there, and now it's not. So, certified educational quality. Certified, this is a tricky word, okay? Who is actually the certificator there, okay? So there is a course, and who is telling me that this course, this MOOC, this OER is of enough quality to be in the market? Who? My peers, okay. The users, okay. An accreditation agency, okay. We need to get an agreement. It's conflictive, it's a challenge. This is why the reason the heading here is challenges, okay. It's a challenge, a very conflictive one. Monetization, sustainability. MOOCs are for free, yeah, okay. I sent you yesterday, the first link was someone has to pay, okay, in the links of that I sent you. Someone has to pay. I developed a MOOC, and I'm like you, a civil servant, working for a public university. Who is paying for your time when you develop your MOOC within your work hours? From 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever. The government is paying for you. But if you are developing the MOOC, you are not teaching, for instance, or you are not researching. So, it's not free. The government is paying for your time. What happens when you develop that on Saturdays? Because you want to put something there about gardening, which is not part of the university syllabus, and you are very good at gardening, and you want to put there together a MOOC about gardening. You are using your free time, your spare time, your electricity, your computer, your family time to put together a MOOC and give it for free to the market. Okay, the market takes it for free, but your time is not free. Your electricity is not free. Your computer is not free, and your family spare time is not free. So someone has to pay for that. It's free for someone, but for someone else it's not. So you have to find the right balance. Who is paying how much? Who is budgeting this? Is there any payoff? Is there any reward? Can I put the MOOC for free, but we can charge for extra lessons, for one-to-one mentoring, for the final diploma, or for the badge? We need to find a way to make it sustainable. If not, how long the MOOC will last there in the open as a valuable resource, exactly the time that my drive, determination, commitment, and goodwill will last. 1 year, 1 month, 10 years. And after that time, I will lose my interest and the MOOC will go down because there is no sustainability plan. And it's a product. We have to have a sustainability plan. Number 6, technology access. Okay, what is a MOOC? I was learning yesterday a lot from you guys. How is the connectivity here in South Africa? Not that good. How is the data provision here? Very expensive, they told me. Okay, if I want to put a MOOC in the market with a lot of videos, this will cost a fortune to every user attending that. Okay, technology is key. When I talk to my people in India, and my colleagues in India, in the north of India, they use the usual Nokia mobile, the crappy one, you know. I have one there in my backpack. They use it because the connection is better with the Nokia than with a smartphone. So it's, can I deliver a MOOC with a usual Nokia 20 years old? I don't know, via SMS, via text message, but not videos, graphic, I cannot. It's not possible. So technology is also a challenge depending on the region that you work. And also open proper licensing, which is quite controversial. Okay, who is the owner? Why should I deliver my content for free? You maybe, you are a civil servant, you are part of the government. Okay, you are paid because of the taxpayers. I'm not. I'm a private company. I'm the devil. I make money all the time. So if I use my private money to create something, I give it for free. On top of that, I have to deliver for free the copyright. It has to be Creative Commons. What am I, stupid? And my boss will come with a wipe and stupid. And he will be true, he will be right, okay? Because if I give the money, I give the time, and also I give the ownership, come on, I'm Mother Teresa. And it's not. It's not. We should find the balance. Maybe if I am and my supervisor doesn't mind and the market is in need, and I don't know, but I have to have the right to decide. And right now, many people from the open education movement comes and say, everything open, everything for free. I have many colleagues, some of them are colleagues here of the university, Rory McReel in Athabasca University, and Wayne McIntosh. I tell you names just in case they ring a bell in your head. Wayne McIntosh from New Zealand. And they're very much into the open, everything open. And I discussed with them, I was with them a couple of weeks ago, again about the same things. I'm telling you yes and no. We need to find the balance. Say no, open, free. Come on, guy, this is not we need to find that balance, okay? So this is a challenge. Even inside the community, we need to find that challenge. And the last one, I will tell you about an OYOUF system, some tricky sticker to identify the type of MOOC you are working on. Okay, so let's go there. 8 pillars and 10 dimensions for open education. I don't know if you are aware of this. This is like the bottom line for open education. This one here is, when you talk about open education, is not the content. The content is just a content, but you have other things. Access technology, research data, results, licensing, many things. It's not, no matter. I write and I put it there and it's okay. No, this is not right. You write, but when you write something and you deliver, what about property? What about licensing? What about technology? If you research and you give your data set for free, the university knows about this giving you for free because it's your time and it's paid by the university, and you should run a consultation to your human resources or your academy or liability guys, okay? So you have to be aware. And these are the 10 dimensions created by the European Commission. I was part of this project also. Very beautiful, a lot of colors, you know, everything with a color and a diagram and looks better. Again, talking about the same things, technology, access, strategy, collaboration. So the point to me is I don't mind about the 10. In fact, I'm writing now about the ninth pillar, okay? And in 3 months, maybe there will be 12. It's evolving, doesn't matter. The point to me is that it's not just content. Content is just one thing. And most of the time, it's not the most important one. Because we take it for granted. We are professors here, for sure. We will do killing content. But we need the other layers. We need to be aware of the other layers. So, I said challenges, 8 challenges. I will go a little quick on this. The first challenge is about competence approach. So far, what's happening? Content authoring seems opportunistic. As I said before, I want to deliver a course in English. How many there are in the market? 4,000. I'm not native, but mine will be better. Come on, guy, a little more humble. Maybe you can learn from the other 4,000 people. So from now, opportunistic is not bad because it keeps you the spirit, okay? It's back inside of you, that's really good, but it's not enough. You should do some aim at the problem, basic competencies, go to a broader audience, work with a language-oriented support, and for specific in the field needs, you need to give some context to what you do. It's not that you want to, you feel like, I was just walking in the streets and I saw the trees and I'm going to write about gardening. No, sorry, we are not poets. Maybe we are, but in this case, I don't care, okay? So challenge 2, course accreditation. So far, a course is created and maybe it's accredited afterwards because I get an agreement with you, people here at Northwest University, with UNISA. Some people from UNISA came, they told me, some people here. No, they come later, okay? So I cannot actually roll the ball with the UNISA people, okay? Sorry for that. So some people come and we take an agreement with them and they say, oh, I like your course, so I will put your course in my master degree. And you do it afterwards. No, it's not right. You need to come with a business plan. Before you take your pink pointer, you need to get your pink pointer actually allocated in the market. So before you actually start writing, you take your syllabus and the executive board, executive summary, and you go to UNISA, to Northwest, to Athabasca, and say, I will deliver this. This will be the size, the length, the qualities, the competence. Are you interested? And you get this support before, not after, because if not, you have a product that maybe nobody cares. It's like writing a book. Have you written a book sometime? If you write a book and say, now I'm going to book this book in the market, okay, you are a lame duck there. Because maybe you waste 1 year, 2 years, or it's never published, or you go to the self-publication service in Amazon and put it in the market for $0.99, okay, which is not bad if it's part of your plan. If it's not part of your plan, you are reacting to your own product. And you have to pre-acting to your own product, okay? Challenge 3, credit recognition. A course is created, there is agreement on credit recognition. So far, there is agreement on credit recognition. I don't understand my own slide. Here comes with signed agreement for credit recognition. Oh yes, of course, yeah, the credit recognition time. Exactly the same that happened before. I know what to do, just do. So the point is, can I use an OER in my syllabus? No. Why? Because the accreditation agency doesn't allow me to use open resources in my completely credited based academic program. So is there any chance that I can combine both? There is a chance. Is there any chance that I can use open educational resources into my classroom and nobody actually knows, nobody actually cares, and the accreditation agency actually doesn't need to provide a stamp, a validation stamp on that? Yeah, it is. We are university professors. So we have freedom of speech, and we can use whatever the resource we want, as long as we get the proprietary rights and the privacy issues and all these things, okay? But the minute that we have all of this, we can use in my classroom anything that I actually want. And people usually a little refrain. They refrain themselves about using content into the open because this will not be allowed inside the university, and this is a mistake. We should. And in online university, even more, okay? We are all the time linking with resources, websites, okay? We should have this credit recognition actually in place when we write the MOOC. It will be part of our sustainability, part of our strategy, actually, to allocate the open educational resource into the credit recognition system, okay? Challenge 4, certified educational quality. This is tricky. To me, it's one of the really two tricky things. One is quality, another one is licensing. Who is actually granting my quality? You. If you come, I give you the speech, and later you say, I'll go to, so how is this with the Roman thingies about the go live? And you say, I don't like it, okay? So the speech was not good. Maybe it was even good, but it was not good for you, so it's not good, it doesn't work. So you have the capacity to validate and assess my speech. Another way, I go to Professor Jack Oliver, and before we start here, we discussed about this meeting like 2 months ago. What do you have in mind? And I sent a brief executive summary about this speech. And he assessed that and told me, this could be nice. Maybe you can change a little here, a little there, some editing process. And he came up with this presentation. He is another validator. of the quality of what I'm going to do. And when we go to the online people, hello online people, and they are now switching off the camera because this is boring, this is another validator. So there are many things. I don't need this accreditation agency to tell me that this piece of information, this online resource is good or is not good. Not just them, could be also them, but not just them. There are many ways to provide so, and we need to be really aware of that. So OER would benefit, and the OER community, of a certification process to guarantee an optimum training methodology. And this certification comes from many places, many sources, not just a centralized accreditation. Because again, it will be a parallel world. The accreditation agency for the official programs, academic programs, the accreditation agency for the OER. So in fact, we will put double weight into our thinking and creation process. Challenge number 4, monetization. So far, no business model. That's it, no business model. I created a MOOC, I put it there in the market, and I don't know what will happen in 2 years. And we need this business model. So, this is my provocative thought for you. If based on private funding, or based on public support, or online individual basis registration, all is fine as long as the OER is sustainable. And my provocation to you is, if I'm a private university, I can charge for the MOOC, because mine is a business. If you are a public servant, you cannot charge, because yours is a service. So you work for free. Well, it's not for free, you get your payroll, okay? And I work for the business. So taxpayers already pay for what you are delivering, but taxpayers are not paying for what I'm offering as a private business. Anyway, there should be a business plan there. There should be something that guarantees that the OER will be useful in a, I don't know, in a while, in 1 month, in 1 year. But we cannot run this into the blind and say, I put it there and it will exist. In time, it will cease. In 5 years, I don't know. We need to be very careful about that and very aware. Technology access, and I said before, depending on network devices. So when I deliver a MOOC, I have to be honest with the MOOC. Is for across the world? No, it's not. If there is no access and I have full of diagrams, pictures, animations, videos, and people with the SMS Nokia-based mobile, they cannot use it. So in fact, it's not for everyone. No, I'm going to do it text-based. So there is no image, there is no video, there is no animation, there is no interactive game, just text-based. Okay. So this will be for everyone, as long as they actually enroll and follow, because most of the humankind will say, this is boring, I cannot follow, this is too much text. So we need to, again, to make an analysis and come up with the right planning for the right target public. 7, open proper licensing, which means that OER made with taxpayers' budget, public university, free and open, free but not necessarily open, OER made with private funding for public good, keeping the copyright, and open but not free, OER made with private funding for private reuse, sharing the copyright. This means that there is a distinction, clear distinction between open and free. A MOOC is a massive online open course. It's not a massive online free course. And I think the distinction comes here because usually we mistake open and free. Because free, in some countries, maybe here is the same exception, in the Netherlands free is gratis, okay? No cost. Maybe here is the same, no cost. But in other countries, free means free, okay? Liberty, okay? It's not really linked to the money issue. So we actually mistake free and open. We can understand because of our languages, okay? But many people don't understand that distinction. So we have to be very careful. Our OER, open educational resource, is free? Maybe not. Maybe it's open, but I can charge for something. So the core is open, but I charge, as I said before, for additional lessons, one-to-one mentoring, accreditation, open badge, I don't know, for many things. I can charge for many things. An additional pool of activities, and one-to-one delivery with a keynote in some place of the world. I don't know, I can charge a number of services. So it can be open and free for something, open for something, free for other, charging for other, okay? We need to find this balance, okay? So, challenge number 8, the last one. I suggest that maybe we could think and reflect on what a MOOC and on an open educational resource means. So we can have this distinction that I was saying. Open is not always universal. We had a meeting 3 years ago in Morocco. No, in Rome. But there were people from Morocco. And it was a project about open education in the Mediterranean. So we have from both sides of the Mediterranean, right, left, up, north, south, we have people from Italy, from Spain, and also from Morocco, from Jordan, from Palestine, from another, and from UK. I don't know yet what they were doing there because they are from UK, this is not Mediterranean, but nice people. We really accepted, friendly people, they did a good job, okay? So the point is, we were for 1 day discussing what open means. Because open in Spain is not open in Morocco. I was last week in China, Shanghai. Open in Shanghai with all these 1,000 cameras looking for you. You go there. Have you been lately in Shanghai? You go there, you get into the airport, and the first thing that they do to you is just taking a picture, the biometrics, everything there, and this go to a centralized database. And you say, okay, the usual police control process now is a little more automatized. You go to the hotel and they take the picture of you and they cross references with the police control at the airport because they have this webcam. It's not again that you give your passport like this and you sign. No, they take your biometrics in the hotel, okay? And they cross references. Okay, I don't start liking this tracking of my steps here. Just if I go to eat some dim sum, they will follow me and they will say, how many dim sum have you eaten? This is not that. You go to the metro and you find like 50 cameras following you in the subway. So they are actually making all this facial recognition of you as a foreigner. But if you are a Chinese citizen, it's even worse. You have a citizenship card, like a carnet, like a driving license, okay? Exactly the same. I don't know if here in South Africa, but in other countries you get some scores, 15 points. Every time that you make something wrong, they take 1 or 2 or 3 points out of you. The minute that you reach 0 points, your driving license is revoked, okay? So then you have your citizenship card. So if you go into the metro and for some reason you hold the doors just to step in, this is wrong, it's impolite, 1 point less. If you spit on the floor, very common in the Chinese culture, be spitting all the time with a really nasty and disgusting noise, and 2 points less, okay? If you push the people, because in Chinese culture there is no conscience of the space around you, okay? So you go and you feel like all the people pushing in every single direction. It's not for shy people, okay? Again, wrong. So they value your citizenship there. And later you go to the bank and say, I want to request a loan, a hypothec for my house, okay? And they say, how is your citizenship? 66%, okay, you are an average guy. You need a 90 to get a loan. So, and all this is through facial recognition. Freedom of speech, freedom of movement. So open doesn't mean exactly the same in every country. When I was talking to the people in Morocco, from Morocco in Rome, we were 1 day discussing open, okay? It was really, really fine. And what open means, and one guy from Egypt says, I have a MOOC, and it's from the Cairo University, I think. I have a MOOC, and it's just for my students. We have 300,000 students registered in my university. So my MOOC is for my students. It's open? No, but it's not for outside the world. And what for? Open just for me, just for my people. It's limited open, but it's open. Open does not mean universal for everyone in Indonesia and in Tierra del Fuego in Chile. It's not the case, okay? Second one, universal is not always free. I said before this, okay? You put it there outside in the market, and open and free does not mean the same, because free is not always good. You go to the YouTube and you find a lot of, I'm really amazed, okay? You think about picking the lock, you can find like 20 videos just first hand in 2 seconds, very well edited videos with people even subtitle about how to pick the lock of your mailbox if you forgot the key. Not that I did, but maybe. So, and you go there and say, with the tennis ball, and you put it this way, and you open, and it's amazing. People has a lot of time free, and also to spare with you, out of their willingness. This is really nice, okay? This is good. But there is also a lot of things that are not good there. So you go on, and how many videos of cats, small cats, kittens is called, petting and doing stupid things can you find over YouTube. Okay, this is funny, it's entertainment, but it's educational, maybe for other cats, but not for me, okay? So, the coding that I suggest, which is not a coding, it's just a way of just to start a discussion, is we could use the OUF, open, universal, and free, because usually these three concepts are overlapped, and these are not the same. We should be very careful when we create something, if we do it for free, for open, and for everyone, okay? So, case studies. Last slide. FADA. This is the first repository in Arabic with an open repository. It's created with DSpace and connected to Mahara. I'm telling you just technology, just in case you know this. And they put all together, and it's working with a single sign-on. I think they use Syllabus. I'm not sure about that, but single sign-on. And this is the first one. So you go there and you get learning resources in Arabic. This is the first one. It's made by people in Palestine. Okay, I work with. This you know better because you are partners. Northwest University is partners of the OER University. It's very difficult to pronounce for me. OERU, okay, university, okay? People from New Zealand, here, Otago University, Athabasca, okay, so you can cross credits and get enrolled in computer science for free the first year, okay? You know better than I this one. This is about the Mundus Atlas. In fact, I developed this with Rory McCree, okay, with Rory. This is just the bubbles and telling how many open educational resources are allocated in this position. So you click the bubble and you suddenly get a list of the open educational resources, and you get into the open educational resource and you can actually run it, okay? It's out of date, it's not longer maintained. So this is Kiron. Kiron is an NGO that works with Syrian refugees. I don't know if you know that, but there is a huge problem with migration. I don't know if there's a problem with migration in South Africa, but in other parts of the world there is a lot. So we have a number of people coming to Spain, many from Maghreb, many sub-Saharan, many of them, many. Okay, we have problems with the borders in North Africa, problems with the boats that come through the Mediterranean. Huge, we cannot do much about that. It's a pity, a real pity, and human tragedy, I think. There is also some people exactly the same in Mexico, and in Venezuela, and in Malaysia, and in so many places, okay, with these problems of migration here and there. And these people work with the Syrian refugees. There is a war in Syria for many years now, and people that want to leave and come to Europe, because in Europe we embrace everyone, and I will not comment on this, and they come and they have a problem. The problem is that Syrian people, they were well trained, they have very nice universities there, okay, in Damascus and other places, and they come to Europe and their diplomas worth nothing because there is no credit recognition. And if you get a diploma, worth nothing. But if you don't get a diploma and you are halfway, and you are on your second year or third year of a bachelor, and you didn't finish, and you don't get a diploma, you have to start from scratch. So these people actually were with universities in Germany mainly and in France, so the Syrian refugees can get credit recognition for the previous studies, and they can follow up the studies based on open educational resources, so they don't have to charge anything for them. It's a way of integration of migration people, migrants into the European countries, okay? The Khan Academy, I am sure that you all know Khan Academy about maths and all these things. This is also open. I don't know if exactly open now that Microsoft actually acquired this Khan Academy, but I'm completely sure that it's open and many things are there for free. So the summary to me is, this is the last slide. I won't say that for the last 3 slides, but this is the last slide, okay? So to me, the competence approach is compulsory, and it's not there. The course accreditation is compulsory, and it's not there. The credit recognition compulsory, and it's not there. So we have a number of challenges still to make MOOCs actually happening in our lives. So certified educational quality coming from you or from my colleagues from an accreditation agency is welcome, but it's not compulsory itself, because the course can be of quality even if it's not certified. The only thing that I provide is an additional confidence, that's it. Monetization is welcome, sustainability, but it's not compulsory either, because the minute that I give something can be really good and can be sustainable, and this lasts 3 years, but in the minute that I'm delivering, I don't know how long it will last. So right now it's not compulsory, it will be compulsory in time. Technology access, improvable. As I said, the connection here and some parts of my country, Canary Islands for instance, Tenerife, if you've been there, beautiful place with islands and beautiful people there. Many places you don't get connection at all, so you cannot follow an online course there, okay? So it's improvable. And open proper licenses also improvable. It's an open question mark there, big question mark there, because we don't know actually how to make it. The copyright, the copyleft, the Creative Commons, and Creative Commons is not that good either. It's just one solution. It's not the solution. It's just one solution. There are many things that can be there in the market, okay? So it's improvable. And the OEF is just a proposal for discussion, okay? So these are my contact details. Anything, again, my blog and also my email. Don't be shy. I will be happy to share with you